Good morning, students. Here is your second lesson of your main book, Honeydew. This story, the tsunami, is about natural disaster, and it shows the courage and intellectuality in the time of calamity. So you would know some basic tricks and patience in tough time when the natural disaster came. Before you read, look at the map of Andaman and Nicobar Island given here. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This is a real map of our famous island Andaman and Nicobar. You see North Andaman, Middle Andaman, Lower Andaman, Port Blair, Andaman Sea, Little Andaman, and below this part, Indian Ocean, Car Nicobar, Tarasha, Non-Kauri, Cashel, Little Nicobar, Great Nicobar. Okay. So see this map carefully because in this very lesson you have to face some question related to this map. Now read the sentences below. Rewrite the incorrect ones after correcting the mistakes. The first sentence is Castle is an island. Okay, correct. Second, it is part of Andaman group of island. No, it is not correct because Cattle is a part of Nicobar group of islands. Okay. Third sentence is Non-Kauri is an island in the Nicobar group. Okay. This is correct. Fourth sentence is Castle and Non-Kauri are more than 100 miles apart. Hint. The scale of the map is given. This is uh, not correct. This is not correct because the distance between non-Kauri and Castle is not more than uh, 30 miles. You can see this is the map. This is the map. The distance of this place to this place is about 100 kilometers, okay, or 70 miles. So this distance is not more than 100 miles. Okay, this is incorrect sentence. Okay. Sentence number five: the Andaman and Nicobar Island are to the west of India. This is also not correct. These both of the island, Andaman and Nicobar, are in the east part of India. Okay. Sixth sentence: the Nicobar Island are to the north of the Andaman Island. This sentence is also not correct because Nicobar in the south of Andaman. After this brief summary of this part of the map, we should proceed further. A tsunami is a very large and powerful waves caused by earthquakes under the sea. What is the reason of tsunami? Tsunami is a natural disaster that caused by a earthquake when it becomes in a sea. On 26 December 2004, the date when this tsunami happens. A tsunami hit Thailand and part of India, such as the Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, which part of India were affected to Andaman Nicobar Island and Tamil Nadu. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Okay, courage and survival, boldness, and rescue operations are how to save one's life. Natural disaster. Animals sense that a tsunami was coming. Some stories suggest that they did. इस लाइन में बताया गया है कि क्या जानवर भी सुनामी के आने के पहले उनको मालूम हो गया था. सम स्टोरी सजेस्ट दैट डिड. कुछ ऐसी कहानियां हैं जिससे पता चलता है कि ऐसा सेंस उनको पहले ही हो गया था, उनको जानकारी हो गई थी. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar Ar- archipelago. Archipelago means a group of many islands and the surrounding sea. Okay? The group of islands called archipelago. Igneous, a name. Igneous, a person's name, was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. Kachal is an island, and there was a manager named Igneous. His wife woke him up. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. in the morning because he felt an earthquake. She felt a tremor of earthquake, and then he woke his husband. Wake up, his husband. Igneous carefully took his television set off its tower. Then the Igneous, what he did, he took off the television set off the table, okay, and put it down and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. So that the television set uh, not affected by the tremor of the earthquake, it would be safe. Then the family rushed out of the house. After that, all the family members run from their house for their safety. When the tremor stopped, when the earthquake gone, they saw the sea rising. This is the signal. First, the earth tremors. It means earthquake came. After that, they saw the sea rising. They saw the sea rising. The sea waves were rising. This is the signal of the tsunami. In the chaos, great disorder, afratafri, and great confusion. Chaos and confusion. Two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother. In this given situation, two of his children, Igneous, says two children, get the hand of her mother's father, हिंदी में जिसे नाना कहते हैं, and mother's brother, it means mama, and rushed in the opposite direction. Rushed for their safety to the opposite direction of the sea. He never saw them again. Igneous never saw his two lovely children again. It means the sea waves washed out both the children and their mother's father and mother's brother. Okay, his wife was also swept away. Okay, his wife also gone in the sea waves. It means she also dead. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. Three children were saved because they catch the hand of Igneous. Okay. What is the meaning of tremor? A slight shake, earth tremors. earthquake during an earthquake. Tremor एक कंपन होता है. Chaos, complete disorder or confusion. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Keshav Island of the Nicobar group of islands. Sanjeev is a policeman and he was a government servant in a Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed. उसने किसी तरह से किया. He somehow managed to save himself. उसने किसी तरह से अपने आप को बचाया. His wife and his baby daughter from the wave. Okay? अपने को बचाया और अपनी पत्नी और अपने बच्चे को भी बचाया. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house. Okay? Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her. To rescue her. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue John's wife. But they were both swept away. In this process, Sanjeev and John's wife both got into the wave of tsunami. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. Meghna was also swept away in the flood of the tsunami and 77 other people also gone. She spent 2 days floating in the sea. He spent 2 days on the floating sea, holding on a wooden door. He held a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead. 11 times she saw that relief helicopter came over his head, but they did not saw him. She was brought to the shore by a wave. After 2 days, a great wave came and she was saved because the sea wave swept him away on the ground and she found walking on a seashore in a dash. In dash, it means a great confusion because if anybody um, got himself got himself in a strange place after 2 days, she will surely feel great confusion. Great confusion. Okay. Almas Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. This is the introduction of Almas Javed. Her mother, Rahila, home was in non-Gauri Island. Okay. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. The family of the Almas Javed gone to Andaman Nicobar to celebrate their Christmas. When the tremor came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. In the early morning, the tremor has come. Almas's father saw the sea water recede. Recede it means go back from where it was. Go back. Go back it means receding. Come होना. Wave जो है sea waves were reducing. Sea water recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with great force. This is the signal of the tsunami when the sea waves were dropping its level, then it will come with great force. After that, he woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. Okay. Almas's father tried to save his family. As they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell. In this process, her grandfather was hit by a great by a by something. It means the sea waves came suddenly and he swept away by the water flood. Her father rushed to help him. Almas's father rushed to help his father. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. In this process, Almas's father and her grandfather both swept away from the flood. Almas's brother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. Almas's mother and aunts clinging, it means catching firmly, holding with firm leaves of a coconut tree. नारियल के जो पेड़ की पत्तियां होती है उसको पकड़ करके लटके रहे कौन कौन Almas's mother and aunts, okay? Calling out to her, बुलाते हुए अलमास को. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. एक जो की जो वेव है वो लहर आई और उस पेड़ को उखाड़ दिया और उसके बाद दोनों ही बह गए कौन कौन Almas's mother and aunt. Almas saw a log of wood floating. Then Almas saw a piece of wood that was floating on the flood. She climbed onto it. Then his intellectuality came into force, and Almas's uh, board, Almas boarded on the that wooden log. Then she fainted. Then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital. It means the wave also came to hit her, and uh, ultimately she was in a safer position in hospital Comarta. From there she was brought to Port Blair. Okay. This is the story that Almas was safe. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with him. So scared from the sea waves, the little girl Almas never collect the courage to talk about the incident of tsunami. She is still traumatized. She is still traumatized. She is so much worried, so much panicked, so much uh, anxietyful that she does not want to tell anybody about that incident, and she is greatly shocked and distressed because such kind of incident always disturb anybody's mind's balance. Okay. So this is all for today, students. You can revise this lesson from beginning to the end and try to understand the whole story. I will describe the second and third part of this lesson in next class. Thank you, student.